kept finding bottles of peppermint schnapps in my yard. I collected, then waited. When I moved into my corner lot home a few years back, I took pride in keeping the yard clean, but almost immediately I noticed something strange. Nearly every other day, a pint-sized bottle of peppermint schnapps would appear along one section of my fence line. At first, I figured it was a one-off. Maybe someone dropped it or tossed it accidentally. But then, it kept happening. Same brand, same bottle, same exact spot. At first, I picked them up and tossed them into the recycling, grumbling each time. But after a while, I realized this wasn't random. This was a pattern. Someone was using my fence as their personal dumping ground. So I stopped throwing them away and started collecting them. I figured maybe one day I'd catch whoever was doing it. Over a few months, I filled one of those big black contractor bags. Then another. Dozens of bottles clinked together as I shoved them aside in my shed, waiting for the moment I'd get my chance. That chance came one weekday afternoon. I had gotten off work early and was trimming my hedges when I heard it. A soft thud, then the clink of glass hitting wood. I peeked through the bushes and caught sight of an older sedan slowly pulling away from the curb. I finally had a face to the culprit. An older man, mid-60s maybe, pulling into a driveway just down the street. I followed from a distance in my truck and watched as he got out and went inside. I didn't confront him then. I had something better in mind. Later that evening, I loaded both massive bags of schnapps bottles into my truck and drove over to his house. Another car was in the driveway. His wife was home too. Even better. I rang the doorbell. An older woman answered, smiling at first. I introduced myself and calmly explained the situation. Someone had been using my property to dump their bottles, and I was tired of it. As I finished talking, I dragged the first bag into view and dumped it right onto the driveway. Bottles shattered and rolled everywhere. I followed with the second bag. The woman's jaw dropped, stunned. Just then, her husband came to the door. Her shock turned to fury. She immediately started laying into him, screaming about how he swore he had stopped drinking, how he had lied, and how disgusting it was he'd used a neighbor's yard to hide it. Apparently, his routine was to down a pint of schnapps before pulling into his driveway. His final act was flinging the empty bottle out the window into my yard. For months, I didn't stick around. I said my piece and left the glass where it landed. No threats, no yelling, just a clear, loud message, and it worked. From that day forward, not a single schnapps bottle ever appeared on my lawn again. The fence stayed clean. The yard stayed mine. I'd see the man from time to time while driving through the neighborhood. He never looked at me, never waved. He knew, and I knew he knew.